Don't trust anyone. Not your friends, not your family, not the ones who swear they'll never leave you. Because when it comes down to it, when life gets hard, when you're at your lowest, they'll leave you. Every single one of them. And you'll sit there wondering where you went wrong. Wondering why the people you gave everything to decided you were disposable. But here's the truth. It's not about you. It never was. It's about them, their selfishness, their inability to handle your darkness, their fear of being dragged into the same pit you're crawling out of. I learned that the hard way. You know how it feels to give everything you have, to strip yourself bare, to let someone see the deepest, ugliest parts of you, and then watch them turn their back. It's like being gutted from the inside out. But the knife isn't quick. Oh no, it's slow. Twisting, tearing, leaving you hollow. You're left there bleeding out while they walk away without even looking back. And the worst part, the worst goddamn part, you'll blame yourself. You'll replay every moment, every conversation, every fight. You'll think, maybe if I'd been better, maybe if I wasn't so much, they'd still be here. But let me tell you something, stop that. Stop ripping yourself apart for people who never deserved you in the first place. You are not the problem. They are. You see, people are users. They'll take and take until there's nothing left of you. They'll drink your light, feast on your love, and then spit you out when you're no longer convenient. They'll call you crazy, broken, toxic. They'll label you as the villain in their story to justify their betrayal. And you'll let them because you're too tired to fight back. But you need to wake up. You need to realize that trusting people is a game you'll always lose. You think I don't know pain? You think I don't know what it's like to be left in the dark, screaming for someone, anyone, to pull you out? I've been there. I've felt the walls closing in, the air growing thinner. I've tasted the bitterness of betrayal so many times it's become my daily bread. And now I don't trust anyone, not a soul. You might think that's sad, but let me tell you, it's freeing. When you don't trust, you don't get hurt. When you expect nothing, you lose nothing. But you're still holding on, aren't you? Still clinging to the hope that someone out there is different. That maybe, just maybe, someone will prove me wrong. Let me save you the heartbreak. They won't. The world is full of liars and cowards. People who will smile to your face while plotting your downfall. People who will promise you the world and deliver nothing but ashes. You want to survive? Learn to stand alone. Build yourself up so high that no one can touch you. Let their words bounce off you like rain against steel. And when they try to crawl back, when they realize they can't live without the light they stole from you, don't let them in. Slam the door in their face. Let them feel the cold you felt 1,000 times over. But here's the kicker. It's not just about them. It's about you. You need to stop trusting the wrong people. But more importantly, you need to stop betraying yourself. Every time you let someone walk all over you, every time you silence your pain to make someone else comfortable. Every time you forgive someone who doesn't deserve it, you're betraying yourself. You're telling yourself that your feelings don't matter, that your worth is tied to how much you can endure. That's a lie. Stop believing it. You're stronger than this, stronger than them. And one day, you'll look back on this moment, the moment you thought would break you, and you'll realize it was the fire that forged you. The pain you're feeling now, it's shaping you, sharpening you. You're becoming something they'll never understand, something they'll fear. Because once you stop trusting, once you stop letting them in, you become unstoppable. But it's lonely, isn't it? That's the part they don't tell you. Cutting people off, building walls, it's isolating. You'll miss the warmth, the laughter, the illusion of connection. But it's just that, an illusion. And illusions fade. What's left is the cold, hard truth. You are all you have. So you better start loving yourself, because no one else will do it for you. Cry if you need to. Scream. Break something. Let it all out. But when you're done, wipe your tears, straighten your back, and face the world with fire in your eyes. Because they're watching. They're waiting for you to fall, to prove them right. Don't give them the satisfaction. Show them that the trust they shattered, the love they trampled, didn't destroy you, it transformed you. So no, don't trust anyone. Not your friends, not your family, not your lovers. Trust yourself. Trust the fire inside you, the resilience they tried to extinguish. And when the world tries to break you, when the people you love the most stab you in the back, remember this: you don't need them. You never did. You're stronger than they'll ever know. Prove it. Not to them, but to yourself. Because in the end, the only person you can rely on is staring back at you in the mirror. And that person, they're a warrior. Don't you ever forget that. You know what's funny? People will tell you that trust is the foundation of every relationship, that without it, you've got nothing. But they won't tell you the other side of the story, the side where trust is the very thing that ruins you. Trust is like handing someone a loaded gun and turning your back. You're giving them all the power, hoping they won't pull the trigger. And maybe they don't, not right away. Maybe they hold on to that gun, smiling at you, making you feel safe. But eventually, bang, they always pull the trigger. Every single time. I've been shot more times than I can count, not with bullets, but with betrayals. The kind that leaves scars no one can see. And those scars, they don't heal. They stay with you. A constant reminder of the people you thought you could count on. I trusted them, you know. Friends, family, lovers. I trusted them to see me, to accept me, to stand by me when things got tough. But instead, they ran. Or worse, they stayed just long enough to destroy me from the inside out. And the world doesn't care. No one cares. You can scream until your voice gives out. You can beg for someone, anyone, to hear you, to save you, but all you'll get is silence. That's when you learn the most valuable lesson of all. No one's coming to save you. You have to save yourself. So here's the truth. You have to become your own hero. No one else is going to do it for you. People love to play the role of the savior, the one who swoops in and makes everything better. But when it comes down to it, they're just playing a part. They'll help you as long as it's convenient for them, as long as it makes them feel good about themselves. But the moment you become too much, too broken, too real, they're gone. And you know what? Good riddance. You don't need people like that in your life. You don't need their fake smiles, their empty promises, their half-hearted support. You need people who can handle your darkness, who can see the cracks and not run away. But let me tell you something. Those people are rare. So rare, in fact, that you might never find them. And that's okay. Because at the end of the day, the only person you can truly rely on is yourself. I know that sounds harsh, maybe even cruel, but it's the truth. And the sooner you accept it, the stronger you'll become. Stop wasting your time looking for someone to fix you, to complete you, to make you feel whole. You're not a puzzle piece waiting to be slotted into someone else's life. You're not some broken thing in need of repair. You are whole. You are complete. You just need to see it. But seeing it isn't enough, is it? You have to believe it. And that's the hardest part. Because believing means letting go of the lies you've been told your whole life. Lies like you're nothing without someone by your side, or you need love to be happy. Bullshit. You don't need anyone to be happy. Happiness is a choice you make for yourself, not something someone else gives you. And love is the cruelest lie of all. They tell you it's the most beautiful thing in the world, that it's worth every sacrifice, every pain, but they don't tell you what happens when love turns to ash in your hand. When the person you thought would never hurt you becomes the one who destroys you. They don't tell you about the nights you'll spend crying on the bathroom floor, wondering what you did to deserve this. They don't tell you about the emptiness that follows, the hole they leave behind that no one else can fill. You'll hear people say, you have to forgive to move on. Another lie. Forgiveness is overrated. It's a tool for the weak, a way to absolve others of their sins while you carry the weight of their actions. Don't forgive them. Don't let them off the hook. Hold on to that pain, that anger, that fire. Use it. Let it fuel you. Let it drive you. Turn it into something they can't ignore. Because the best revenge isn't forgiveness. It's becoming everything they said you couldn't be. They'll hate it, you know, seeing you rise from the ashes they left you in, watching you succeed without them. It'll eat them alive. And that's the sweetest victory of all. Not their approval, not their apologies, but their regret. Let them choke on it. But don't do it for them. Do it for you. Do it because you deserve better. Because you're stronger than they ever gave you credit for. Because you refuse to let their betrayal define you. And when they come crawling back, and they will, trust me, don't let them in. Don't give them the chance to hurt you again. Look them in the eye and say, you had your chance, you blew it. Then walk away. Walk away and never look back. Because you're not the person they left behind. You're stronger now, harder, colder. And that's not a bad thing. It's survival. It's what you have to be in a world that's determined to break you. So embrace it. Embrace the darkness, the pain, the fire. Let it shape you into something unstoppable. And remember this, you don't need anyone. Not their love, not their approval, not their pity. You are enough. You always were. You just needed to see it. Don't trust anyone, not even me, but trust yourself. Because at the end of the day, that's all you got. And that's enough. You know, I used to believe in people. I really did. I thought the world was full of good intentions, of people who just needed a little understanding, a little kindness. And I gave it to them. God, I gave everything to them. My time, my love, my trust. I handed it all over like a fool handing his life savings to a thief. And do you know what they did? They took it all, laughed in my face, and left me with nothing but the sound of my own screaming in the dark. That's the thing about people. They'll take everything you have, and then they'll leave you to drown in the emptiness they created. They won't even look back. They won't care about the wreckage they left behind. And when you will try to confront them, when you dare to ask why, they'll blame you. You're too much, they'll say. You're too intense, too broken, too hard to love. Like it's your fault for expecting decency, for believing in them when they didn't deserve it. But let me tell you something. You are not too much. You are not too broken. You are not the problem. They are. They always were. They took one look at your fire, at your passion, and it scared them. Because people like that, they don't know what to do with someone who refuses to dim their light to make others comfortable. They don't know what to do with someone who feels deeply, who loves fiercely, who won't settle for half measures and empty promises. And so they run. Or worse, they stay just long enough to tear you apart. They chip away at your confidence, your joy, your very sense of self, until you're nothing but a hollow shell of who you used to be. And then when there's nothing left for them to take, they leave. And you're left there, staring at the pieces of yourself they shattered, wondering if you'll ever feel whole again. But let me tell you something, you will. Oh, it won't be easy. It won't happen overnight. But piece by piece, you'll put yourself back together. And when you do, you'll be stronger, harder, wiser. You'll learn to see people for who they really are, not who they pretend to be. You'll learn to guard your heart, to protect your peace, to trust yourself above all else. Because here's the truth. The only person you can truly rely on is yourself. Everyone else, they're just passing through. Some will stay longer than others. Some will teach you valuable lessons. And some will hurt you in ways you never thought possible. But no matter what, you'll survive. Because that's what we do, isn't it? We survive, we endure, we keep going, even when it feels like the world is determined to break us. And one day you'll look back on all of this, the pain, the betrayal, the loneliness, and you'll realize it made you who you are. It shaped you, forged you into something unbreakable. And while it might not feel like it now, that's a gift. Because the world doesn't need more fragile souls who crumble at the first sign of hardship. It needs warriors, fighters, people who've been through hell and come out stronger on the other side. So don't let them win. Don't let their betrayal define you. Don't let their lies, their cruelty, their cowardice make you bitter. Use it. Use the pain, the anger, the heartbreak. Let it fuel you. Let it drive you to become everything they said you couldn't be. Not to prove them wrong because their opinions don't matter, but to prove to yourself that you are so much more than they ever gave you credit for. And when they come back, and trust me, they always come back, don't let them in. Don't give them the chance to hurt you again. Look them in the eye and let them see the person you've become without them. Let them see the strength, the resilience, the fire they tried to extinguish, and then walk away because you owe them nothing. Not your time, not your forgiveness, not your love, nothing. You are not their victim. You're not their project, their second chance, their redemption arc. You are your own person, whole and complete, with or without them. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner you'll be free. But I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, how do I let go? How do I stop trusting? Stop hoping? Stop believing that people can be better? And the answer is simple. You don't. Not completely. Because as much as it hurts, as much as it feels like a weakness, your ability to trust, to hope, to believe, that's what makes you human. That's what makes you different from them. Just don't give it away so easily. Make people earn it. Make them prove they deserve it. And when they fail, and most of them will, don't blame yourself. Don't let their failures make you question your worth, because you are not defined by the way others treat you. You are not defined by their inability to see your value. You're defined by the way you rise, the way you keep going, the way you refuse to let their darkness extinguish your light. So keep going, keep fighting, keep rising. And remember, you don't need anyone to save you. You've had the power to save yourself all along. You know, there's a funny thing about pain. It doesn't just hurt, it shapes you. It claws at your soul, tears you apart, and then molds you into something else. Something darker, something colder. People like to tell you that pain makes you stronger, but they don't tell you the whole story. It doesn't just make you stronger, it makes you harder. It turns your heart into stone, your trust into steel. It makes you unrecognizable even to yourself. And the worst part? You don't get a choice. You don't get to say, no, I don't want this. I don't want to change. Pain doesn't ask for permission. It just takes. It takes who you were, who you thought you'd be, and leaves you with the person you have to become to survive. And that person isn't always pretty. I wasn't always like this, you know. There was a time when I believed in people, when I believed in love, in hope, in the idea that the world could be a better place if we just tried hard enough. But the world doesn't care about your beliefs. It doesn't care about your dreams, your kindness, your love. It chews you up, spits you out, and leaves you bleeding on the pavement. And the people you thought would be there to pick you up, they walk right past you Or worse, they're the ones who pushed you down in the first place. You want to know what I've learned? People don't love you for who you are. They love you for what you can give them. They love the version of you that's convenient, that fits into their lives without causing too much trouble. The moment you stop being useful, the moment you show them your cracks, your flaws, your pain, they're gone. And they won't even look back. They'll just move on to the next person, the next source of light they can drain until there's nothing left. But you're not like them. I can see it in your eyes. You feel too much. You care too much. You love too deeply, trust too easily. And that's your curse. Because the world isn't made for people like you. It's made for liars, for cowards, for users who know how to take without ever giving anything back. And you're just another target, another open wound for them to exploit. So, what do? How do you survive in a world that wants to tear you apart? You stop trusting. You stop giving. You stop letting people in. You build walls so high, so strong, that no one can climb them. And yeah, it's lonely. It's cold. But it's better than the alternative. It's better than handing your heart to someone and watching them crush it in their hands. But don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you should stop caring. I'm not saying you should become one of them. No, that's too easy, too simple. The real challenge, the real strength, it's in learning to care without losing yourself, in loving without expecting anything in return, in giving without being consumed. It's a fine line, isn't it? Balancing between protecting yourself and staying true to who you are. But you can do it. I know you can. Because deep down, you're stronger than they ever gave you credit for. Stronger than you give yourself credit for. You've been through hell and you're still here. That's not weakness. That's not failure. That's resilience. That's power. And one day they'll see it. The people who hurt you, who doubted you, who left you behind, they'll look back and they'll realize what they lost. They'll see the fire in your eyes, the strength in your soul, and they'll know they can never touch you again. They'll regret it. Oh, they'll regret it more than you'll ever know. But by then, you won't care, because you'll be too busy living the life they thought you couldn't have. Too busy proving to yourself, not to them, that you're better off without them. But it's not just about proving something, it's about finding peace, real peace, the kind that doesn't come from anyone else, but from within, the kind that comes from knowing you've survived the worst and you're still standing. From knowing that no matter what happens, no matter who comes or goes, you'll be okay. Because you've learned to rely on the only person who truly matters, yourself. And that's the key, isn't it? Self-reliance, self-respect, self-love. It sounds so simple, but it's the hardest thing in the world. Because we're taught to look for validation outside of ourselves, to seek approval, affection, acceptance from others. But that's a trap, a lie. You don't need their approval. You don't need their love. You just need your own. So stop waiting for someone to save you. Stop waiting for someone to see your worth. Stop waiting for someone to fix what's broken. You are not broken. You are not a project, a problem, a burden. You are enough. just as you are. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner you'll be free. Free from their lies, free from their judgment, free from the chains you put on yourself, thinking you needed them to be whole. You don't. You never did. You've always been whole. You just forgot. You just let them make you forget. But now, it's time to remember to take back your power, to take back your life, because it's yours and no one else's. And the only person who gets to decide your worth is you. Don't trust anyone. Not because you're bitter, not because you're angry, but because you've learned, because you've grown, because you know better now. And knowing better, that's the most powerful thing in the world. So stand up, wipe your tears, face the world with your head held high. Because you're not a victim, you're a survivor. And survivors, they don't need anyone. They don't trust anyone. They only trust themselves. And that's more than enough. That's more than